Greetings fellow crows and ravens, I am Mr. Crow Productions, and with the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 3 on the horizon, everyone and their moms are really excited for the game, and so am I. However, I can't but be cynical. No, not that cynical, no. Anyways, you see, there's so much that could go wrong with a game that is this hyped. I just wanted to share my take on what Square Enix shouldn't do in Kingdom Hearts 3. So without further ado, here's my top 5 Kingdom Hearts 3 don'ts. I hope you enjoy. Number 5. No Final Mix Edition. This one is quite self-explanatory. I just hate how Square Enix releases the game a few months earlier in Japan, then exports the game to the rest of the world, only to re-release it in Japan with additional content and just leave it there. New boss fights, new cutscenes, new additions to the story. The rest of the world gets none of that. Nothing at all. And I seriously don't want to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3.5 on the PS17 and Xbox were running out of name ideas just to play the final mix content. So please, give me the full package. When you give me Kingdom Hearts 3, give me the whole game and just keep it at that. God. Square Enix
doesn't care about
the Western audience. Number 4. No unanswered questions. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the end of the Xehanort saga. A saga that was so long and full of plot twists that the story is such a beautiful convoluted mess that still finds a way to make sense somehow. But that's part of the appeal, in my opinion. However, with all the characters and storylines, so many questions were just left unanswered. So I expect nothing less from Kingdom Hearts 3 than to answer all of them and wrap up the Dark Seeker era and give closure to all of the storylines so that we can move on to the next saga on a clean slate. Number 3. No speech bubble cutscenes. Now, some of you might think that this is a minor nitpick, but I would disagree. I mean, I have nothing against reading, but whenever these speech bubble cutscenes come in, I would quickly get unimmersed and just the game would lose its pace. And it's even worse when they try to have a sad moment with these cutscenes. It just feels quirky and overall gives a feeling of less effort put into the game. And hopefully they'll take them out next time and have fully voiced and animated cutscenes. Number 2. No obnoxious minigames. Square Enix has effectively managed to implement all sorts of minigames in every Kingdom Hearts game, and they range from quite fun to a bit tedious to outright frustrating. So please, Square, if you want to have minigames in Kingdom Hearts 3, fine, but give us more of this and less of that. And I swear to God, if there's a singing minigame, I'm gonna shave your head, Nomura. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because that technically counts as a crime and I'm no criminal. Plus I don't live in Japan. That's gonna be quite hard. But just don't do that! By the way, does anyone even know how to play the command board? That shit's confusing. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number one thing I do not want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. That was so cheesy. Number 1. No derp face. You know what I'm talking about. Oh no, you know what I'm talking about. Here, I'll show you. Can't see it? I'll give you a hint. Yeah, this annoys me a lot. It really, really, really annoys me. And if you're wondering why they even go with this, I'm guessing, and I'm not sure, I'm guessing that every character has two models. A combat model, the one you're looking at right now, which has a really, really, really undetailed face, but it works because it's, in combat. And you've got the cutscene model, which has an animated face and just overall more details. Now, honestly, I don't mind the derp face in combat because, well, in combat, I'm not really looking at Sora's face. I'm looking at Goofy's ass. Honestly, how can you take a cutscene seriously when your character looks like that? It undermines and makes some otherwise really cool moments quite laughable. Let's take for example this cutscene, in which Sora and the crew finally confront Maleficent, whom is finally ready to fight them. This is a pretty cool moment. We always wanted to fight her, ever since the start of the game. What is Sora's reaction? Do you see what I mean now? Does that look like a face ready to fight? He's literally in retard mode. So please, enough. Square, enough of that. Take that off. This is my biggest complaint with the Kingdom Hearts games, because you think only Kingdom Hearts 1 suffers from this. No, this has been something repeating in every game. Don't believe me? Here, I'll show you.
Derpity derp 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 derp
So, that tears it. This is a problem that has been recurrent from Kingdom Hearts game to another, and this should stop. Square, if this makes it to the game, you've got no excuse. Hardware-wise, you're using the PS4. Software-wise, you're developing the game on the Unreal Engine 4. There's no reason that should be in the game. With that said, this concludes my top 5 things I do not want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. What are the things you don't want to see in this game? And I apologize if I sounded a bit too negative. I mean, this is a negative video, but I think I made it sound like if I hate the Cage series, which you couldn't be more wrong. I love this series to death. It's my favorite series of all time. I highly recommend it to anyone who never played it. Though, why would you click on this video if you never played it? Speaking of this video, if you think it sucked, click the dislike button. If you liked it, click the like button. If you want more videos, why not consider subscribing? And as always, have a nice evening.